Okay, this is a fun code base to look at. It's a very, very, very large code base. This is Intellij Idea. This code base is 6.5 million lines of code, all told. And we are looking at all of it here in Primitive VR. So what we can start to see here is a very interesting structure. This is the, again, the directory layout of all the packages. There's 1,600 packages here that we're looking at inside of IDEA. We're looking at one of the core packages here. It's not the top level one. The top level one's way back over on that side of the layout. If I had to estimate, this thing's probably about 150 feet across in diameter. So we're looking at right in front of me here the IntelliJ package. This itself has 110 children, I think. Child packages. That's what all these are around here, and then they all fan off into different clusters. We can look at a couple other ones that are cluster points. But yeah, just for starters, we're just going to kind of poke around a bit. We can look inside of any one of these packages and open them up. So inside of IntelliJ, let's see, what do we want to look at? So impl is usually implementation. It's commonly used here. These inside a lot of these packages, we're going to see a lot of implementation packages. I can open up any one of these and just peek inside, look at some methods. They're going to be tens of thousands, if not 100,000 or so methods here. So this one, we can just look at the arguments that it takes, a couple of object types, and run. That's one class inside here. We can look down at another one of these branches. So let's actually head off in this direction over towards code inspection. That'll give us a little bit more of an idea about how IDEA runs. Okay, so I'm going to open up. This is kind of fun to look at this giant package here, which is code inspection. There's about 100 feet of classes. We can start scrolling through them. This is just kind of fun. So lots and lots of classes for the code inspection. We can see here, so here's one with a whole lot of methods. So that immediately tells us that it's, it's probably like a workhorse class here. Data flow inspection test. So we can see some of these: get project descriptor, get test data path. Lots of testing. It's amazing how tall this thing is when you strip it all out. It's really a testament to the folks that maintain this repository. It's truly a monumental work, monumental undertaking. And here with our visualization, we've actually given a little bit of a very significant graphical dimension to exactly how big this software code base is. You can see it just extending up into space here. Simplify stream API call chains inspector, a class with some methods and a whole lot of fields. We can scroll through delist method, find first method, just a lot of information. Let's see if we can get to the bottom. All right, all the way to the X's, the XMLs. So there it is, just about 100 or so foot tall column of classes. I'm gonna go ahead and close that. Boom. Code inspection, and then all of its children, all these other classes. It's just astounding just to see the volume of the code that makes up this project. yeah, you really just get a lay of the landscape here. We can explore around a little bit more. We still have a lot of work to do on our layout algorithms to make sure that we're actually cleanly displaying all this information, but we're doing an okay job of it right now. You just see a big mess of packages over here. I'm going to try and clean some of this stuff up. Spell checker, that's nice. Let's look inside here. Manager. That's great. We actually haven't been able to pull the source code into this visualization just because it's too massive. It just takes too long to load. We're going to see if we can speed that up so we can actually look at the source code inside of these methods. We can usually do that with our other projects. All right, here's our VCS, and then here is the refactoring cluster, which is quite a mess over here. Just a very, very big project, and ultimately we just like to use VR to be able to explore this information in a way that you can sort of remember where you are in the project at any given time. It's kind of like, exploring a city, walking neighborhood to neighborhood here, and your spatial memory is going to map it out, and for your later recall. I find this a very effective way to help people to remember things, spatial layouts. And let's look at maybe one more over here. IDE. See it off in the distance. Okay, IDE, browsers, actions, pretty common. Impulse all around. Nodes, structure view. Okay, so this is just a fun one to look at just because it's massive. 6.5 million lines of code, 1,600 packages, and just many, many, many classes and many, many more methods and fields. We'd love to see this thing run. We actually had an early build of this. We were actually watching the multi-threading in this environment. So you can imagine a massive object model getting generated inside of this room and having many different threads running through it. That's our ultimate vision here, to be able to present you with all that information, visualize it. But yeah, just really fun. Just even in the static exploration mode, even without the source code, it's just you can really appreciate the volume of this information. It's actually overwhelming when you get in here in this 3D environment. It's really quite spectacular. So definitely excited to have people try this and see it for themselves. Really appreciate the full value of the VR, what it has to offer, seeing this in 3D. Okay, hope you all enjoyed that.